Hello and good morning, good evening, wherever you are. I hope you're doing good and welcome to a new live stream. This one is Let's Work Together. So I've been working on my Unreal Engine project and I thought, hey, let's go live again. It's been a while. I have the coffee, everything is good. There we go, some coffee. So as always, I will be working, and if you have any questions, let me know in the chat and I will do my best to answer. So what I'm working on, perhaps I can give you a quick update. As you may know, I've been for almost a year now working on this Unreal Engine architectural template in terms of blueprint. I finished, I think, 90%, 95%. And there is a lot that goes into it. And now what I'm working on, for the past, yesterday I started again, is to continue working on the actual architectural model that will be the base of the template. I'm working on the interior area of the project, and I want also to work on the exterior area of the project. And based on that, I would say okay, we're done. So yesterday I did a small change and that change affected something, so that's actually interesting. Let me quickly figure it out. And I hope the music is not too loud or not too low. I hope it's just right. So I just want to debug something real quick. Interesting, yeah. I need to adjust some values later for future updates, but let's say good to know. That's a note for self. So one of the latest updates I've recently added is when you click on surroundings, we switch to the camera, click on amenities, we'll switch to that camera, and click on filter search. And this is the most important update I recently added. It's a double handle slider with two handles. So Unreal Engine doesn't come with a slider with two handles, it comes with a slider with one handle. And I did this last week, 10 days ago, where you can select a range, and based on the range you will see the inventory. And of course, if you click on an area like this or like this, I also made it work. And yeah, so I'm really happy with it. And yeah, some minor changes or fixes here and there. And now what I'm working on is the windows and doors and whatnot. So I was working on these here, so let's go back to it so we can continue what we started or what I started. Just want to make sure that everything is right, and if you can hear me well or if the music is too loud, please let me know. I'm looking for my streaming software. So if you are interested in getting the template alone without the course, I will be releasing that very soon. So if you go to VR Division Academy/AACI, which is AAC Interactive, you can join the waitlist very soon, in a couple of days I think. Once I make more progress on the building and the surrounding area of the building, I'm going to release the template on its own. So if you're interested, I'm gonna leave a link in the chat, pin it for the live stream. And with that being said, let's get back to work. So what I was doing, and I finished actually, is replacing all the door meshes. And now what I want to do is to select the door meshes because I want to attach one element to them. So let me put this on the side. I'm going to remove the lower part from the doors, except for just one, so I can simply attach it and call it a frame. Since I am making everything instances, when I attach this now, we're gonna see it as a frame. So let's make sure we have our correct material IDs as well. Hey Apple, good morning man. For you, I think it's good afternoon. Hope you're doing good, man. The plan for today's live is to work on the building that I have. So in here, I have the structure of the building, and it's nice. It's not bad. And what's remaining from the structure is I made this higher. So now I'm removing Revit assets like the doors and windows, and I am replacing them. So it's just monotonous work, if you will. And there are some areas like this here where I think it's nicer without it because I have some frames. So I'm removing these. So it's just good old 3D optimization of the architectural model, so it can perform in the best way possible in Unreal Engine. And yeah, so of course, if you have any questions about the process, about Unreal, feel free to let me know and I will answer that. So the plan, as you can see here now, I'm removing these because I will feel better without them. So it's a good old normal 3D workflow. And I'm also trying to find any areas like this one here, and I'm trying to learn my 3D mouse again. Didn't use it for a while. So this will can tackle it later. So there is slight height difference in these areas, and I think maybe I should not maybe just this part I will not do it to all the building, because I really want to be working on the exterior of the building to create some roads, some placeholder buildings. However, in order to work on the exterior, I'd like to finish most of the interior and move on to that. So I will be streaming for the next few days, every day a little bit as I'm working, so we can finish this together. So now what I'm doing is deselecting the exterior vertices here, because the other vertices are slightly off the ground. So I want to move them to where they should be, and it's very small difference here. So it's basically that. Now we can tackle these one by one. Or actually first, let's select everything and make sure we don't have a floating vertices. So like this one, these come from Revit. And I'm just cleaning the architectural model. So here are two more. And done. So we can also wield anything that needs to be wielded. And now. Bruh. This plugin is going to drive me crazy. So let's collapse and work on them one by one if the plugin don't want to work. Is it gonna work? Thanks. So I'm trying not to be perfectionist, just to finish. And by perfectionist I mean, for example, turning everything into quads. I think things will be fine, so I'm trying not to do this all the time. Just keeping things simple. So what about you guys? What are you working on? So here we have extremely too close faces, edges, sorry. So let's do that. Art Visual Studio. Hello, good morning. How's it going? Thank you for joining the Let's Work Together live stream. You can put me on your second monitor if you have a second, or you can put me as a floating screen in the window. And let's work together. That's the plan. I have some relaxing little background music. I hope it's not too loud. So let's listen to that together and let's work. Corey Owens, how are you, man? Hope you're doing good. If I'm not mistaken, I may have seen your work earlier on the Facebook Archviz group. Let me just double check. Yes, you're creating a home or an apartment and the area around it, yeah? You're doing a good job, man. I've seen your work earlier, the posts on the Facebook group Archviz, Unreal Engine Archviz. Very good job, my man. I hope it's going well. And let's subscribe. I'm gonna keep following your work. Keep it up. It's beautiful. I wanna do the same once I finish with my building, to work around the area, around my project here, because I want to make the area slightly more interesting for the points of interest system I made. So these places here right now, they are completely random, and I want to have a better environment. Keep it up. Keep it up, Corey. Lovely work, my man. I bet it took you too long to produce what you're working on right now. Don't mention it, man. You're doing a good job. Gurav, hello from Kenya. Hello to you too. How's your day? Gaurav, yeah. Patel, sorry if I slayed your name. Where are you guys watching from, by the way? And what time is it where you are at? Right now for me it's 12:45 p.m. So it's almost 1 p.m. By the way, Curry, I'm subscribed from my other channel, so just so you know, now we're subscribed from 2 channels. So here we have 3 vertices, edges, and we need to select one. Let's select this, and yeah, that's a pickly situation here. We can do this. And let's do this. Said the name well. Well, I was lucky. I was lucky. And Curry, how's your progress going? So you're working the basement in your house. Is the scene geolocated? Oh, sorry, by the way, the chat is a little small for me. I need to bring some monitor to put in front of me here or here to be able to see the chat. Including interior with interactions. Amazing, amazing. So yeah, this is not geolocated, it's just a random location I picked from New York to surround the building. Either temporarily or maybe I will improve on this. Now something slightly interesting I did yesterday. Let me see if I can open the folder or the file of where is that. Images. No, not this one. I didn't save it. So I think what I'm going to do is to find some inspiration from Pinterest for later, because I'm not sure if I'm going to geolocate this. I am more like looking to do some aesthetically nice designs. And by the way, guys, there is an option in Pinterest to turn off AI suggestions, but that's not the topic. Yesterday with Gemini, I gave it a photo, very simple photo. Let me show you. And with like really stupid prompt. This is the photo I gave, which is the top of the building. And I tell it, hey, this is an urban building, can you give me site plan? And it gave me this, and I'm like, that's interesting. So once I finish the interior of the building that I'm working on, like the windows and doors and stuff, I will be working on the site map. And I'm not sure if I'm going to geolocate it. I think geolocation will be better, that's for sure. But yesterday I was thinking, for more creative freedom, I might mishmash different places from Google Earth, find locations I like, and bring them together in a way, like to create an imaginary place and to really demonstrate the points of interest system. So that's the plan, Curry. Let me bring back the chat. Elman from Azerbaijan, nice to meet you, Elman. Mu'tasim from Jeddah, it's 12, we are in the same time zone right now. Hope you're doing lovely day. Hope you're having a lovely day, Mu'tasim. And Gurav, thank you, man. I'm glad you like the tutorials. Soon I will be releasing a new lesson on the user interface, so we can wrap up our user interface series. We will learn how to create a main menu with all the buttons and stuff, and how to switch between different UIs in the main menu. And we will move on to next and different topics. So thank you for the support and for watching and for learning. That's exactly the spirit. Zahat from Indonesia, Jakarta. It's a pleasure to have you, Zahat, or Zaha. Zaha TV or Zahat? Zahat of Zaha. It's a pleasure to have you. To you too, Gurav, and to you too, Kuri. Thank you for joining. Yeah, Kuri, go get some rest. I think you're spending all your nights on your digital twin, so the digital twin cannot be finished if we don't rest. Have a good evening, good night, good sleep, rest well, and I will see you around. Thank you. Okay, I think I knew there were one part that needed to fix a little, and will you look at that? I selected only one border by mistake. So now let's select this part here. Let's select these parts here. Uzbekistan. Hello. Hope you're doing good. Be Mamunaf. Big. That's such a difficult name. How's your day going? So what are you guys working on? In addition to Kerry, he's working on the digital twin. What about the rest of you? Are you working on a project, a personal project, client project? Of course, if you signed an NDA, don't talk about it. Don't tell us. But if you can talk about it, let's work together. The title of the stream. So let's bridge these elements real quick. And let's cap this. And while I'm not trying to be perfectionist for such areas, because I slightly want to control how the quads will be, I will just do this place. This looking good. And what about the top area from here? So is this intersecting? Yeah, I think it's intersecting with the floor plan on top of it. So what we can do is selecting these, and are these all the interior walls? Almost. So let's add an edit poly modifier. Select everything from the top like so. Make sure it's all aligning well together, because I don't want overlaps. For some reason this is not working, so let's just do this, where we scale things on the z-axis until they all align, and then let's snap all these to here. And while we're wow, you know, I always start these timers just to stay focused, and at the start of the stream I set 25 minutes and it finished. Oof. So I do this to remember to stretch, to take a small walk around the room or in the park. So let's set another 25 minutes and let's get back to work. Yeah, there is something magical about you guys. Every time I go live, these 25 minutes, they just go like this. Really fast. But thankfully, we also get some work done. So it's a win-win. If I'm looking forward to the weekend, maybe I should go live more. So a question to anyone who is watching: did you get the chance to play Arc Raiders, the new game from Impark Studios? And if you heard about it, you can say yes or no. If you heard about this game, it's made in Unreal Engine 5, and they also, Impark Studios, they made the game The Finals, and both games are my favorites. The Finals, I've been playing that for almost a year. Stopped it now because now we have Arc Raiders. Did you hear about this game? It's amazing. Okay then. Since we've done all the walls, I think there are only these two left. So for consistency, let's do these two real quick and let's get done with this part of the building. I like to keep things consistent. I forgot. I knew I forgot something. I forgot to make them on the same height. Alright. So now let's go to the ground floor and let's bring the exterior windows, and these windows, they need to be replaced, so maybe we can delete them and replace them. Yeah, let's do that. Did I replace this? Yes, I did. So let's delete the old windows, make sure these are all the old windows. Yes, they are. And let's replace them with the new windows that I made with specific and correct material IDs, and let's also instance them as much as possible. And here is something I don't know why it's happening in 3ds Max, but the rotation is so weird. I need to click like 6 times. Thank you to get the rotation as I need. Wiki Junior, how are you doing? It's lovely to see you. How is the Explorer doing? We call it interactive, just not to confuse people with Archviz Explorer and AAC Interactive, because they are both very different. And it's going great. I don't know if you saw, since you just joined, one of the most recent updates that I did last week, and is coming soon to all the students and people who want to get the template on its own, is the double slider search. The double slider filtering here. So basically you would set a range and you would search now in a range instead of having just one slider. So that's something I'm very excited about. And there are some quality of life things that I've done here and there, like the switching animation or the switching view like this, and the explore button like this, and what else? I thought like, where is this place? And I forgot it's because of the sliders. So let's reset all filters. Nice, of course. Gotta love it when things work as intended. Looks nice. I will need to speed up the courses to keep up with the updates. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. The more lessons you see, the better you will get with Blueprint. Now, there are parts of the updates that they will be explained, not briefly, but I will not go in depth, because that will make us end with 600 lessons. So, in a way, the course is finished now. We have our 250 lessons, and now these updates are beyond the course, so they are focused only on the template. However, if you have any question, I am always happy to answer and explain things in more depth. So I believe these have slightly different sizes, so let's make simple copies, that's okay. Let's press space and overlap things. Overbeck Studios, hello. Thank you for the course, I love it. I'm glad you love it, thank you so much. Can you show how to add a DSLR camera mode so you can go around the scene to take photos with DSLR settings exposed to tweak? So this is the mode I will be tackling once I finish the touch screen inputs and few little more updates. So we want to implement the touch inputs, and we want also to implement the live data tables, and the DSLR mode is planned right after that. So it's definitely on the way as an update for the course. We should have a public map also in the near future once I release the template. So now what I'm working on is to release the template Overbeck, and once the template is released, we will also continue developing all the other features. So I'm really excited because we are nearly done with the template. So these are all the same size, which is nice. Very good. Now let's take this part and let's instance it. And let's rotate it 180 degrees. What other suggestions or ideas do you have on your mind, Overbeck, in addition to the DSLR? Or in the DSLR mode, are there specific features you're looking to? And by the way, I was always thought that the best candidate for the DSLR mode will be the drone camera. What do you think? So now we're centering these glass panels. So easy peasy. Perhaps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get these. Minor placement or adjustment is needed. So let's take a look. So the orthographic view is the best to spot any small differences. Yeah, they fit nicely, but there are very minor differences, so that's okay. Overbeck Studio, yes, that's great. The drone camera is great, so the user can act like a photographer for an estate agent. Exactly. So we can take photos from any place we want. Initial ideas I have is the ability to switch exposure, to zoom in and out with depth of field effect, and what else? Maybe switch lookup tables or the basic post-processing effects. So we will see. I will definitely take inspiration from video games, and I'm excited for that feature because it allows stakeholders to take the photos they want, save them, print them, market them, so it would give so much more use to our Unreal Engine projects, more interactivity and more time spent. Alright. There is this part. Now before we go to that part, I just want to do something real quick here, which is the same as we did earlier. Just delete these because I don't want intersections with the mesh. Then we select the inner vertices here then move them on the z-axis, not the x-axis, like so, and then quick bridge, select, deselect, bridge, select, deselect, bridge, select, deselect, bridge, select everything and cap, then connect and quickly control how the triangulation will happen by adding loops and then connecting these loops together. Now my OCD would be extremely happy if we do this, but that's called perfectionism and it's not even necessary. So let's connect these vertices and go to the next side here. Now this side we can do the same before we place the windows. So let's delete this part, then select and deselect and move this on the z-axis like so. Bridge this, and select, deselect, select, deselect, select, deselect. Connect and okay. I thought something happened here, so nothing happened. Now let's control the triangulation by adding some loops and connect these loops. Okay, there we go. Now we get one of these windows, one that we built up. Did I forget to delete a window? Or no, I selected the wall too. Why this happened? Ah, that's because we have this. So is it the same issue here real quick? Let me select the exterior walls real quick. And we're gonna do it only on this part. Yeah. Okay. Forgive me guys, I need to do this here. I told myself I'm not gonna do it. But I don't like extra faces. Select the inner vertices now, and that's why I didn't want to do it, because it takes time, but almost everything takes time. So let's do this here, 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 here. And we're almost there. So these are very simple, no need to eliminate end guns because the triangulation will take care of them. But when you have more complex mesh, you may want to do some of that manually. Ricky Jr., bon appetit, enjoy the lunch. I will see you around. Thank you for dropping by and have yourself a lovely day. I said Wiki Junior. I don't know why I said that, but because of the GR. So Wiki GR. My bad. Maybe I should have some lunch too. Overbeck Studios, are you still here? almost. Oh, I forgot to cap these areas. That's okay. I wanted to ask you which lesson did you reach up to this point? Lesson 20, 40, 50? And are there any difficulties or everything is going fine with the course? And the type of projects you are working on. So for example, in addition to the DSLR camera, what is really important feature you'd like to have or we already have in our project, in our course? Should we instance? Let's instance real quick. Now we want to do normal align. When we select 1 and 1. We should make unique, which is fine. And let's place this here. So working with angled edges can be a bit challenging, but also not that much. So now I'm centering this and I hope it's going well. There we go. No, this is not perfect. Now it is. And this one too here. Alright, so the only smaller piece is this guy and the rest are good. Almost good. So this one needs to be placed here. And again, the orthographic view is very helpful when it comes to viewing things. Now I just noticed that all of these are floating slightly above the floor, so let's select them and let's move them on the z-axis to the correct location. Now let's make this and YouTube is not, I hope the quality of the stream is not degrading because of my internet speed. Let me just check how the stream is doing in terms of upload speed. Yes, 50-50. I hope it's fine, guys. I have no problems with the course. I am making an interactive show, home demo for property developers, and it's going really well. I'm very happy to hear that. So you definitely need a DSLR mode because you want the property developers, as you said, to take their own photos for marketing of real estate. Is that correct? That's the plan you have? Wow, look at this local axis. This is not local. So one little trick I use with Max when it comes to doing this is to do this, make an instance, group both elements, then align normals to a surface like this, and then ungroup. Yes, nice overback. I will do my best to develop an initial version of the feature as soon as possible. I even did draw of the user interface and what do we call it? The grid of thirds. What was the name of it? The grid and whatnot. So it just needs implementation soon. And I hope to take care of it as fast as possible. And to make it easily addable, if that's a word, addable, make it easy to implement on your own template. So we will get there. Okay, once we align, we can delete the mesh. Now let me also make sure that these are the correct material IDs. So something I just noticed, I need to fix the material IDs of all interior walls. So let's select all the interior walls. And let's do an edit like so. And let's give it a material ID. The plan is to run it on pixel stream providers that the client pays for. Yeah, that's perfect. They will know the cost of pixel streaming and they can anticipate how to implement it. And no need, man. Overback. It's my pleasure. I want the future, the DSLR camera for me too, and for our clients, because I want to allow our clients, I'm sure you have the same thought, is to spend more time in their Unreal projects. And when you give a client the ability to freely roam around the project, zoom in, zoom out, place things around, they will have this sense of ownership, and that's really important for engagement, whether the stakeholders, the property salespeople, or the people who want to buy a specific unit, for example. And of course, it's always fun to be immersed in a virtual world. And see what actions are available to us as users. Wow. Now, I need to attach. That's another 25 minutes. So it's been 50 minutes. Let me just stretch. Drink some coffee. Let me take a walk around the table, okay? So taking a walk around the table. Here's one. Let's do 3 laps, okay? Here's the second lap. This is the third lap. You know, it's important to move out of the desk to go for a walk. I go to a nearby park. There are 2 parks nearby, thankfully, like 3 or 4 times every day, because we sit behind our computers for very, very long times. And the best thing to do for your body and for the mind is to take a walk. Some of the best ideas come to mind during a walk, so these are ideas worth saving. And your mind will be clear when you go for a walk, and your body also will thank you. And just like me now, when you can't, it's okay. We are live together. Take a walk around the table. It's funny and it's healthy. Okay, now it's time to replace the interior windows. So let's take care of that. Let's keep one. No need, but we need it as a guide. However, let's create a copy of this and let's select our new layer, the interior windows layer, and max wrap. Can I rotate on the z-axis? Actually, this specific window, I'm tired of rotating. Let's just do this. And something we want to do is to make sure we have a point in the middle as a guide point because we need two windows. So one goes here and we move it like so. And do this and this. Still need to move it, so let's do that like so and create a duplicate. Just make sure we select local axis and let's do this. And I forgot to set an instance. So one thing that's important, guys, is to have as many instances as possible of your project elements. So you don't want to have a copy of everything, especially when you have large number of data, like let's say a couple of hundred doors. If they are the exact same, please don't export them to Unreal as copies, because you will have 200 separate meshes in the word outliner here. So here, let's say how many we have. I exported this yesterday. We have like 90 actors. So these 90 actors, if you track them, they're just 2, 3 maybe, right? There is the panel, there is the frame, and that's it. And they get instanced around your project. This is extremely important when it comes to optimization, because now rendering for these two objects is much cheaper than when you have unique objects and they are populated around your project. So here in the building there is like 15-16 floors. I've seen examples or projects where we have like maybe 400 windows that they are the exact same, but here in the word outliner, in the content browser, you have like 400 items of the same item. So that's definitely not recommended. When it's possible to create an instance in your tool of choice, whether Revit, 3ds Max, Blender, all these good guys, do it. Create an instance, because instances are nice and very good for performance. Now, I will align this to this. Am I right, or was it the other wall? Actually, it was the other wall. So let's align this to this, and we are good. Alina Ranji, hello. Please lower the music. Okay, let's lower the music. I asked earlier if it's too loud. Let me know so we can lower it a little. So is it fine now? I hope it's better now. Alina. Is it Alina? Yeah, Alina. How's your day? How is it going? So let's align these as intended. Yes. Now maybe for the interior windows I just noticed that they are smaller. So here's what we're gonna do. We want to align on this corner, and we will do the same here. Yeah, already we've done that here. Nice. We want to select this part and do this. And that's another benefit of using instances. Of course, when you modify a mesh, it can be applied on other meshes. Now let's select this and delete it, and let's select this wall, and let's select this window. This time we just need a copy, but it's okay. I have a list of amazing musics, and I cannot listen to it because of the copyright stuff. So I have to listen to royalty-free music during the streams, just to have something in the background for my ears too. Because if I keep listening just my voice, I might go crazy. And I don't want to go crazy, so we put some music. But when we are not live, I'm either listening to jazz or to death metal. It depends. Or to actually video games music, OSTs, original soundtracks. I love them. They're full of energy. So there is something also I'd like to do. Did we create a copy? Yes, I wanted to create an instance, my bad. Just to maintain consistency with the rest of the windows. This part here should go more to the outside. So let's say I'm gonna snap it here, and then we will take away like 2 centimeters. Yeah, that's good. And we're gonna do the same here real quick. So select it, then deselect exterior vertices like so. I forgot to start my timer just in case. Actually no, I did not, but I didn't see it on the monitor, so let's just put it, and let's do that. Here we also have the same 2 windows, and here we have a column. So let's create an instance, and let's rotate, or simply align normals like so, and let's select and snap to this face or to this corner and to this corner, and let's pray that they align nicely. And they do. Very good. Mansoor, Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam habibi. كيف حالك? How are you, Mansoor? I hope you're doing good and you're having a lovely week. And that your day is going exactly as you are hoping for it to be. Mine is great, but sometimes 3ds Max, every time I want to rotate on the z-axis, it would rotate on all the axes. And I don't know why it's happening, but it happens. And I also need a third hand to use my space mouse more. I keep using the default shortcuts that we know, but it would be nice to use the space mouse more. Need to train my muscle memory again. But I should be thankful. So just a question for you guys in the chat. I'm just curious, for how long have you been using Unreal Engine? Few months, few years, a decade? And yeah, let's start with that question. So I don't feel alone, I wanna talk to you guys. So can you write in the chat for how long have you been using Unreal Engine? Or from what version did you start? Did you start from 5, 5.1, 5.2, from Unreal Engine 4, 4.17? I'm curious. So these two little windows here, we need to rotate them. Overbeck Studios since 4.19. You are ancient. Nice. Yeah, when I said 4.17, I was too close. That's nice. I think I started from 4.4 or something. I cannot really remember. It's been 10 years. Slightly more than 10 years. It's crazy how time flies. Just like that. It's crazy how crazy this is, 3D Max. Can you please? Please? Thank you. I think we just need to tell it, please. I want to... Maybe I should not want it and just do it. Export part of the project to Blender and see. I tried actually, but it was such pain to... Because like here's some meshes. Some of these, they have like really bad X-form issues. So guys, it's just Overbeck in the chat since 4.19. What about the rest of you? Or are you gonna leave me hanging on the question? Because if you don't answer, I'm not gonna ask the second question. And here's 180 degrees. Tell this guy to get out of here. And let's place it exactly in the middle, like so. And it sits nicely and perfectly. Okay. I thought this will take me less time, but if anything, we always think anything we do will take us less time. And they always end up taking longer. It's actually a skill to estimate accurately how long a thing would take. And it's really important when it comes to projects, because the last thing you want to do is to estimate a deadline, say it will take a few weeks, and then you discover later that it needs more. That's not healthy, because you want to do your best to finish on deadline. But also there is another law, I forgot its name exactly, but things can take the amount of time we give them. So maybe a happy medium the sweet spot is perfect. So if you give yourself, for example, 1 week to finish something, and you give yourself 2 days to finish the same thing, you might actually finish it in 2 days and not in 1 week. What a dilemma. So let's do 180 here. Let's drink some coffee. And let's snap this to here. Yeah, it's just much faster to use the good old mouse and keyboard instead of space mouse. Space mouse is amazing for client presentations because it allows you to elegantly, not like this, but to elegantly navigate a specific project, especially if you make it slower. Maybe I should make it slower. It's too fast, too sensitive. Yeah, can I open the settings? So let's say the speed. Yeah, that's maybe nicer. Okay. And that's done. Then we have this, and this. So let's select the window, select the elements we want to replace, and duplicate that. Thank you 3ds Max for orbiting quickly this time. Here it should be a copy, and here it's okay to keep it as an instance. So let's make this a copy. Let's place it in the middle. Let's select these vertices and snap them. It might be hard to believe, but I think we are done. Very good. Actually, it was 417. I was on point. So you experimented your fair share of baked lighting, yeah? When things were, we wait for hours and hours, if not days before Lumen. And by the way, I wonder if anyone still is baking light or no, we all switched to Lumen. I've seen recently some requests on baked lighting, so I'm just curious. I used to use Lushuang GPU light mass. Yes, it was the best solution ever, and I wish it came earlier to Unreal in general, because the CPU light mass is such pain, to work with the CPU light mass. Okay, now I'm done with the windows. So let's save our file. Let me take a look at my list. We have doors. So let's unhide everything first to check if there are any other windows in different places that I need to tackle. Let me hide the volumes. I think I finished with the railings from one of the last streams, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we did. So that's good. Windows, I replaced all of them yesterday. These windows, I mean. So that's also good. And we just finished the windows in this floor. We just replaced all of them as well. And that's also good. So there is this railing that I need to take care of. And there are the interior doors and the elevator doors. Elevator doors are not so bad, if you ask me. Actually, they are bad. But maybe I can find one of my previous projects to replace the elevators here. Overback stereos. Dodgy artifacts, but that may be because of the virtual shadow maps. So I sometimes use CPU with custom word settings and it takes the same time as Apex GPU and it looks better. Really? I wonder if they made any improvements on the CPU light mask in the past years actually. And I'm looking forward for baked path tracing. That's the future, wouldn't it be? Imagine the best of the best. Overback, thank you for joining. I will see you around and let's keep in touch. I believe you are with us in the WhatsApp group. So I will see you there and I will see you in these live streams. Thank you for joining and have a lovely day. We have these beams. Are they all aligned with the floor? No, it seems they are all intersecting with the floor. Let's just double check. Yeah, there is no harm in selecting these beams and aligning them with the floor like so. Okay, so we were talking about the doors. So select the first floor and let's hide unselected. It's always better. And let me check this from my list. Windows. Yeah, they're done. That's good. That's good. Now with the doors, we have two types, the exterior and the interior. So these are two sizes. And that's fine. So what I'm going to do is to merge a specific door that I made for one of my older projects. So let's do that. Let's place it in its own layer. Let's delete this layer. And let's delete these layers that came with the door. That's another 25 minutes. Let me just stretch real quick. Let's set another 25 and let's keep going. So here the doors are all one mesh. Okay. And this here is the door frame and the door. Let's group this. I'm thinking. Let's center these. Let's place make sure this is in the correct placement. Let's add an edit poly on the tab and let's fix the vertices here. And improve the height just a little. And let's collapse. Now I would center this as well, like so. Let's add these here. And let's start creating instances. Why are you doing this? And align. Okay, so that is interesting. This is the older door. Let's select. So, is it me or? Aha. Okay. So let me make sure this is sitting on the floor and that the walls are not overlapping. And yes, they are. And let's increase the height just a little again on this part. That's 4.25 centimeters. And this here is almost perfect. We just need to make it sit on the floor, like so. And then we can center it. So let's select the y-axis. The x-axis in this case, and center it. Okay. So let's group. So when we group things, we can easily place them like so. Now the centering on the walls, that maybe I will take care of later, it's not that important. I would take care of it before I duplicate to the rest of the other 15 floors. So step by step. And later if I want to change this floor, this door I can easily do it because it's an instance. So that's the beauty of working with instances. You can easily switch them to whatever you want. All right. So first I'm doing everything that's rotated on the y-axis. And later everything on the x-axis. And I definitely need to find a script or make script to just simply replace selected objects with other selected objects. But since it's just one project, it's fine. Okay, let's delete the doors now. So to do that, we can simply select them from here, move them like so to make sure, and delete. So these are the interior doors. Now the exterior doors. So that's the same process, but this time we make a copy and we go to the ungroup and we give it just a simple name. So let's say door ext01, and this here will be the door frame. Also ext stands for exterior and 01. Now we would bring the walls for easier alignment. And we can place them where they should be. It sits almost perfectly where it should sit in terms of the wall, and in terms of height it's slightly shorter than the interior walls. That's fine. So let's go to this view. Make it sit here, and then make it sit here, and then let's ungroup. Let's group. Let's select the exterior doors, select our group, let's delete the older door for now. And let's create an instance so we can replace these doors with different models later. Now let's select these old doors and delete them. And let's check the placement of each of these doors and the walls. So something I definitely should do is to check for material IDs between the interior and the exterior. This here is not good, so I'm glad in the past I separated all the material IDs like we did here. And for sanity, here's what we can do. We can select everything and we can add an edit poly modifier and assign just one material ID on all the walls instead of having two separate material IDs. Sorry. So they have material ID number 1. That's good. Now this very specific wall and maybe others might be overlapping with the beams. So let's just double check together. So ideally we want for this to align with the beam from here, not to be inside it, but that's now little perfectionism. Hey Wiki GR, welcome back. I hope you had a good lunch and you have now more energy to spend the day. While you were gone, we finished replacing the door meshes of the floors with new door meshes. So the door meshes I have are more simplified and they are also separated meshes, so we can open and close. The old ones were just one mesh, so now they are two mesh. So let's select and ungroup. And we gave everything just one material ID like so. And we're good. So let's test this real quick together. Here is what we can do. We can select this and then we can go to DataMath, export selected, desktop, DataMath, and I will call it door test. Let's open our project, open our DataMath importer, and let's go to where we have them. I have a folder called test to test things around. And let's take a look. Oh. When I change the poly size of each door, that will also affect the Mr. Pivot. So we need to take care of that. So it's placed exactly in the corner. Damn, I wish I paid attention to this before we duplicate the meshes. It's like facepalm. Now that's a sad moment. Now let's select just the doors. I have a plugin that I can download later to fix it, so let me just take a note of this, so it should be fine. You know, that's why I always advise, as we're working on our 3D projects, let's always export what we have to Unreal Engine and see how they look. You can spot things earlier, deal with them before you take next steps, because if I didn't export the doors and I wait like to finish everything here in Max or in my tool of choice, one of my next steps was duplicating all the doors across all the other 15 floors. So you can imagine how painful that would be to fix the pivots of every door across 15 floors. So now it's easier to fix. Here we have 22 doors plus the exterior ones, easy to fix, compared to exporting the doors to all these other floors and then discover, oh shit, we have the pivot not in the exact corner. So that's why I always advise during any phase of the project, use DataMath or FBX to Twinmotion, from Twinmotion to Unreal Engine, or DataMath directly to Unreal Engine, to see the scale of the project, the materials of the project, the namings of the project, how things make sense, and go back to work. So don't wait until you finish your project and then send it to Unreal Engine. The moment you start production on your 3D project, from day one, you must export your project to Unreal Engine, see it in Unreal Engine, then go back to your digital content tool, whether it's a beam tool or 3D tool, do the changes you need to do. When you're done, export again, replace, see how they look, and rinse and repeat. That's the process. If you wait until the end of you finish your project in the 3D tool, everything will accumulate and you may have to do more work or go back to your tool of choice to do more fixes and then export again to Unreal. So I'm glad we're doing this together so I can talk about it. And yeah, welcome to the process. Wiki. Cool, I need to make some steel assembly drawings meanwhile. Would be happier to get to work with Unreal Engine. Yeah, if you can do the basic drawings, have some meshes, see how they look in Unreal, and then go back to the drawings, One thing I love about Unreal is it gives more spatial understanding or understanding of the project or the thing we're making. So if that's possible for you, Wiki, to do the initial drawings, see them in Unreal, then go back to the drawings, maybe it will work. Of course, it's a happy time to work inside Unreal. Alright, now the doors are fine. I will take care of the pivots off stream. Now what can we fix? So I had a project in the past. Let me just search for that real quick. Elevator and everything, maybe I can reuse that. So I'm gonna take care of the elevators later. Here's what we should take care of now is the railings. So let's see how these railings look as a start. These are 219 objects. Let's export and let's say export selected. Let's go to data.math folder and let's call it railing test. Let's also check their scale. Aha. Let me save my project and let me try. So first, do I have... Oh shit. Yeah, that's a problem. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the scale here. When I go to R to check the scale, it's 3048, but it should be 100. And we can reset the scale of an object like so, but then we have to collapse it, and that will make it not an instance. So now this is 100, because let me show you what happens. This is why you need to check. This is one of my mistakes. I didn't check the scale of the project. When I first imported it, I thought it will be 100 by 100 by 100 because it's from Revit to 3D Max. I assumed it will be fine. But as they say, assumption is the mother of all fuck ups. And yeah, I assumed wrong. The scale was wrong. It's 3000 instead of 100. That means when you select an object like so and you drag it to your world, it will be 30 times smaller than the correct scale. And for visualization purposes, this is fine, but if you plan on reusing some elements, it might be not that fine. And yeah, the mapping will look wrong and problems will occur. So always check the scale of your project, of your assets before you continue working on them. And yeah, just something to keep in mind. Now this looks fine. Something I really hate about such railings when they have is the anti-aliasing. It's such pain. But that's okay. Maybe I should replace them with the glass option. Let me show you something I did, by the way. Some happy place. Let's take you to my happy place. I did this yesterday because, as you know, I'm preparing for the launch of the Unreal Engine template. So I made the main menu and yeah, let's switch gears. Enough with 3D Max. I'm gonna work off stream now because, it's been almost 2 hours since our live stream. Let's say that's enough 3D. Let's end the live stream on more happy notes. So here what I have, you may have seen this from my older project, the villas. Let me show you what that looks like. You may have seen this setup where when we click on play, we get the menu and we get nice level sequence. So let's do the same on our project. So what I have here yesterday, main menu level. So here I made another level called main menu. And I basically copied the data.math file, the same exact data.math file I have from my main level, the demonstration level, and pasted it here, like so. And since it has this material, it's already looking nice, like it has this blueprint feel, you know? Like, I don't know, let me demonstrate. Like, I want to add more to this, but in future. So let's type, for example, blueprint. In Pinterest, let me see if we can find anything. So this material is nice because it has like this feel, the blueprint feel. I like it. Maybe you should make it blue or some parts. So that's one. Copy your project to dark map like this and give it grid material like this. And fun fact, this entire material was made inside Unreal Engine using Mr. Texture Graph. So from the plugins, if you enable the Mr. Texture Graph, is it serial Texture Graph? Wikijune GR, yes, more Unreal. Yeah, let's go, let's do it. So if you enable the texture graph, you can create your own materials similar to Substance Designer, but inside Unreal Engine. So this is the result, this is the result. I love it, it's so nice. So we made that material, we assign it on our mesh, and our mesh will be in the dark. Welcome to the dark side, we have cookies. I love this little joke. Now the first thing you want to do is to add a directional light and set the intensity from 10. If you want to keep it at 10, it's fine, but you can set it like to a lower value, like so. That's one. And now it feels like the building is floating in space, because when you have a directional light without a skylight, that's how you can create space scenes. But this is not the space, of course. We will later add some surroundings. As I said, once we finish the interior of the building, I want to make a mood board for the exterior of it and go for that. So that's coming soon. Anyway, once you add your directional light like so, you may just want to add some lights. So start with warm light, that will look cool, and increase its intensity and increase its attenuation radius. So if I show you the attenuation radius of this light, is kind of huge. And reduce the temperature so it's warm, or set a color. Both options are fine. And then repeat the process, place another light somewhere else. So here's another nice warm light. And then add a cold light. So it's the same light basically with more intensity, but the temperature is high, so it's cold. And add more and more to create some nice contrast between warm and cold. And you can do the same process if you want on the back of the building. So let's add one more, like let's add one here, and let's bring a warm light and add it also in the back. Move it down a little, rotate it a little. Maybe that's too much. So as you can see, I'm not fully directing this here. That will also look nice, but you can also do this. So to control the effect. Now, the directional light, as I said, I had it on 2, so it's not too bright. And I have a post-process volume just to set the exposure. So the exposure without compensation, it will get really warm, and with exposure compensation of -1, it will look nice. And if you want to take it one more step, you can play with the intensity of the bloom. So let's say this is set to 15, it's now so dreamy and nice, and I want to go to sleep now. But if you set it to 3, it's nice, it's not bad. So you can play with the bloom, it will look nice. And once you do all that, here's what you want to do as well. You want to create a sequence, a level sequence, and you want to start animating cameras. So right now I only have one animation, and I thought, enough with 3D, let's create a duplication of this level sequence, and let's call it ls shot 1 for our sequence here. So let's open this, and let's keep this as shot 1. Now let's create another shot, and let's open it, and let's select our camera, view the camera, delete the keyframe, and then let's find another nice interesting view. Let's say maybe this view. But before we do, let's also enable our cinematic viewport, and let's enable the grid 3x3. And now let's place this somewhere nice, and let's move a little bit. Of course, don't forget to have this option enabled. Create a key when channel is changed. And now let's take a look. So let's say this is fine. So you want like 5 seconds, 6 seconds, and let's also save this here so we can have a thumbnail. And let's create a third shot, and let's increase the focal length, and let's change the camera place, perspective. Delete the keyframe, don't forget. And try to find like nice movement. So this is way too fast. What we need to do is to have like slow motion. So let's say here I would add a keyframe, delete the last keyframe, and then bring this here. So what you want to do is to create like 5, 6, 4, 10, as many as you want, and it depends on the mood you're setting, the light you're setting. So you can control many things. You can control light intensity, you can control camera animation, angle, and so on. And let's say that's enough. Maybe that's way too fast. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add a keyframe here, delete the first keyframe, and I'm going to start from here. So that's like nice slow animation, yeah? By the way, I hope that yours truly and the chat is not really affecting what you see here. So let me put me on the side. I hope things are visible and clean and clear to understand. Anyway, now let's say 4 shots are enough and nice. Let's just click save to take a screenshot. And let's open the level demonstration, delete the camera cuts. And what you need to do is to select your 4 shots, click and drag, release. Wrong, don't do that. What you need to do is to click and drag, hold shift and release, and that will add your shots next to each other, like so, not on top of each other. So let's set this to end like at frame 600, and now maybe we need the camera cut. I don't think we do, but let's check how this plays. This plays nice, it's not bad. So guys, as a guy who's doing live streams on YouTube, I must ask you if you are enjoying the live stream. I would really appreciate it if you can leave a like so we can reach more people in the future. Moving forward, once you set up your scene, once you set up your lights, once you set up your camera animations, and you have a sequence, a master sequence, let's call it, where you have all your shots and they play nicely like this, you want to place your master sequence in the levels so we can have a reference to it. And then you want to click on the level blueprint. So let's open the level blueprint. And you need to select your level sequence, right click, and create a reference to it. Then you want to search for play looping animation and connect that to your event begin play. So that's basically what I have here. And if you have a main menu and all that stuff, perhaps a nice delay will be nice. So in my scenario here, I thought maybe 2 seconds of delay before we see the main menu will be nice. So I added that, then add to viewport, and another delay for the mouse because I have animation that I want to play and then I want to see the mouse, not immediately. So 1 or 2 seconds also fine. And the main menu, this is what I have. And let me show you quickly. If we go to view, if we go to where is it? Window, animations. I just have a simple fade in animation. Let me also disable this. So it looks like this. So that's what will play when we create our menu, when we add it to the viewport. So if you click on play, give it 2 seconds, and there is the mouse. And the sequence will play in the background, as you can see here. So I think this will give like wow feeling or nice feeling to the project before you load your main map like this, right? So let's say you are in an event, you are in a sales room or an event exhibition, and people come and see the project, they interact with it, they go between different locations, they go to surroundings and all, and then they're done. There is no one in the booth anymore. What you want to do is to bring your main menu again and keep it like this until someone says, hey, I need to load the project. Can we load the project? And you say, yes, no problem, let's load the project. And let's do the thing all over again. And yeah, so this is the same level sequence, by the way, the exact same. Now let's hit the building because now we have different camera angles, but the same level sequence we've just created, I also have it to play as a cinematic that I can click and pause. And yeah, you get the idea. So that's the final tip for today. I hope to see what projects you're going to create. Let me know in the comments, send me your ArtStation links for future. Prepare yourself actually. In the upcoming stream, perhaps you can share with me your ArtStation links so we can review your projects. And yeah, stay tuned. Soon, once I finish working on the template, perhaps next week maximum, if you don't know how to create user interfaces or if you don't know how to create a main menu, I am creating, you may have seen some videos. If you didn't see some videos, there is this little nice free series. By the way, there is a courses tab on the YouTube channel now where we have a course on creating user interfaces. So stay tuned for the last part. Perhaps next week I'm gonna work on it and finish it. Once I finish the Unreal Engine template, this template that you see right now, I will release it and then I will go back to creating lessons on YouTube. So I really look forward to that. Now what I'm going to do is to take a walk because my legs hurt from sitting for too long. It's been 2 hours now, I don't know. And I will come back to finish my list of tasks. So I need to do the railings, the elevator doors, everything we've created here today. So basically just more of 3D. And when I finish with this and I move on to the exterior part, I will let you guys know. We will go live again. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed today's stream. If if you are curious about the template or just a template, I'll have a pinned link in the comments where you can join the waiting list of the template, and you can read more about this page. If you're curious about learning Blueprint and you want to learn more, you can check out my Unreal Engine course on Blueprint, where we will learn from scratch what is Blueprint and how to create everything you've seen, from teleportation systems to points of interest to mini-maps to galleries and so on. So yeah, anything you want. As always, thank you so much for being here. I really love it when you guys come in and we have a chat together and you ask me questions and I answer the questions if possible. And as you saw, time goes fast. So yeah. Wiki, thank you so much for joining. And everyone else, thank you so much for being here. I will see you guys around. So as I said, I'm gonna take a walk, come back to work, and turn on the notifications so when I go back live again in the near future, you will get notified. Because I am consistent in going live in inconsistent times. So yeah, it is what it is. So, I wish you all a lovely day. Let me know what questions you have in the comments of this video, and I will do my best to answer them in the next live stream. I will drink my coffee and go now. Have a lovely day, stay productive, and I will see you soon. Bye bye. Also stay hydrated. Look. Stay hydrated. Bye bye one.